I wanted to talk to you about like the last time you came in, or it could have been the phone conversation we had, but probably the last time you came in. I had remembered that like the things that you were saying about your child's hair while your child was getting their hair done. They weren't nice, they weren't positive, they weren't uplifting. And I get it, you have to share your frustrations for me to understand what you're going through. I already know, and that's cool. And I want you to share how you're feeling and how it's going. That's fine too. But I just want you to be careful about the words you choose when you say these things in front of your child. I remember you saying, oh, her hair's like her father's. Oh, she gets that from her father's side. Oh, her hair is just so hard to do. It takes so long. She looks like a boy. I believe everything that you're saying to me, except for when you say that around your child, over your child, in your child's presence. Your child internalizes that and then doesn't feel good about their hair. I mean, it already takes a while to do it. You know, it already probably hurts a bit. Hurts the both of you because you're frustrated and sweating like, I don't even want to do this in your head. And the child's like, I don't want you to do this either because it hurts. But those words aren't making it any better. It just validates that you both feel the same way. And let's stop. But you can't. You can't stop the action of doing the child's hair to make it healthy. But I want you to know, I feel bad for the child when you're saying those things because you're not making the child feel any better about what's going on and what they have. So the child's not going to grow up loving their hair or even liking it. And that develops a complex, right? I'm not asking you to agree. I already know. It develops a complex. So you saying these words, we already know. And that's why we're here. We're here to help you. But I want to also help you by saying that conversation can't happen. Not over the child and the child's presence. Because it's hurtful. And I understand that, you know, this child has a wonderful home. You've adopted this child. This child doesn't look like you, your husband, your partner, your whatever. You know, or you have a child with someone that doesn't look like you. Their hair texture is different. I get it. That's great. But you signed up for it, meaning that we knew, or at least you knew, the child's hair was going to either come out like whomever's, right? Maybe not like yours or your partner's, but someone in the family. Or you adopt this child and this child's hair is not straight, but it is coily like a slinky. And the comb does not slide and glide through. I get it. That's why you come to us. You come to the salon so we can share with you, you know, how often is shampoo, right? How often you got to do this, right? What you need to use. How many times you got to use it. You know, how to style it. How to keep it up, the maintenance. How to moisturize it. When to take it out. How to take it out. Like, we have the information for that to make it a little bit easier when you're at home. And part of it too is when you're at home, you know, wait till the child is like had a nap, well rested, maybe just woke up, give them something to eat, give them a book, or save that great show that they really want to watch and love and watch about 20 times a day. Save that for that moment because it'll give you both some relief. It will always be the texture that it is, but it'll make it better if you follow the recommendation that we give to you. It makes it a whole lot better, but you got to do it. Not only just come get information. I can load you up with information, but nothing's going to help until you do the actual work. And speak positive about your child's hair. You know, hey, once we do this style, it's going to last about a whole week. We really don't have to do it that much because guess what? We're going to cover it at night with a satin bonnet. Or we're going to get you a satin pillowcase. We're going to put a shower cap on in the shower or the tub so it doesn't get wet and I have to do it all over again. You know, I'm going to moisturize it so it's softer than what it is. Like, you got to speak life into anything, you know, if you wanted to respond in a better way. And the more consistent you are with those words and your actions, it can get better. It will get better. You know, I just look at all the women that come in the salon, or the guys that have hair like your child. They've survived. The parent, like, brushing and combing and shampooing. Yeah, you're frustrated. I get it. I was frustrated doing my daughter's hair. I totally get it. It's part of the process. You got to do it. But the words that you use, don't speak up to your child. It speaks down. It doesn't make them feel good. Even though you're saying it to the stylist, you could say, yep, I have a hard time doing it because it is, you know, it gets tangled, it gets tight, it gets dry. You know, we're having a hard time. Can you help us? So it makes it easier for both of us. That sounds a whole lot better. You know, we'll teach you, we'll guide you. We love doing that because then it makes it easier. Then the child has a like for their hair. You know, and you can make that time a little bit special. You can start when they're little, but if not, you can start now, today too. But you got to do better. Because the words that you are using, and some I have not shared, but the words that you're using about your child's hair and your child's presence while your child's getting the hair done, it's not okay. Sometimes I'm like, have to tell the mother, because it's always the mother, you know, it's always the mother at our salon, you know, and I don't not want you to share, but I want you to just choose better words in front of the child. This is about the child, you know. My hair, I'm old enough, it still hurts me a little bit too when I get my hair done, but you're giving the child a complex. Oh, I got to do it. It takes a long time. Yeah, we all know that. It's not going to change. It'll have less time, but it'll always take you longer, but it'll last longer. So you don't have to do much to it. So please pick and choose the words, because you wouldn't allow your child to speak down to themselves or about themselves negatively. Like, hey, wait a minute, where's that coming from? Let's go over that, right? You wouldn't let their friends speak to them like that. You'd be like, wait a minute now. So you're not even mindful, and I get it, but that's why I'm saying this, is because I need you to choose better words in our environment, in your child's environment, for your child and for you. Because if you speak negatively, that word was a little bit off, but if you speak negatively about it, it's going to be negative. It's just, it'll be what it is, what you say it is. So from now on, let's speak positive about it. You can share your frustration on the phone if it's just you and I. When you come in, we'll have the conversation. I'll give you the recommendation, the products, the tools, the the maintenance. So when you're at home, it's a little bit easier. So when you come back, it's a little bit easier. But we are going to speak positive in our environment about our hair, because it's beautiful. It can do so much. And we want our children to grow up not with a complex that started at home. I mean, most stuff starts at home, but not that. Especially if your hair is not like theirs. That's not their problem. And it's not even a problem. The problem is you're not able to do it. And you're not, like, being consistent enough, some of y'all, consistent enough with it. You know? With the regimen that you do have, if you have one. If you're not doing it at home, then it's not going to help. So that's just what I want to share with you. Let's speak positive words to our children, about our children, in the environment when they're getting their hair done. And if you have anything nice to say, sit down or go have a seat outside or go sit in your car. We'll take care of it from here, because that's not what I allow in my space. We don't allow that. Okay?